When Museveni was going to pick his nomination form, he was escorted by a lot of youth and gangs, which resulted to stealing people. We all know for the past 2 years, there is a policeman known as General Damuli has been moving across the ghettos. The aim of him moving across the ghettos, I think the regime thought that the uprising comes from the ghettos, which by the way at a certain extent is true. But the ghettos only make 2% of the uprising of every nation, because many of them have nothing to lose. So he has been outreaching to them. First of all, giving them some freebies, promising them money, sometimes even recruiting them as informers to the police. And these are the same youth who were brought on the streets of Kampala and they resorted to stealing people. In fact, here's a tape.
Mukade motoka mukweko obusimu tokwe mubemo tomukweka buledio bwamwe mubuleke tubulabeko abazukuluka wa lwanga wanji nenga stage atugenda wa mukulu
That is the picture when they are maiming opposition leaders and stealing people. So in this episode, I've come to talk about why these gangs are being used by the regime, what it means for our politics, and most importantly, the study materials we can learn from the politics of our nation. But before I do this, I want to tell you that if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. And if you're watching this video from a different platform, please head on to YouTube, type in Sula Mawagali. There's a lot of content of this nature. If geopolitics and economics is what you want, this will be definitely the right channel for you to subscribe to. First of all, when Bobby Wine entered in the arena of politics, there was a lot of a big constituency which the government has been unattending to. Among those people are the youths and the ghetto and the music industry. In a bid to neutralize General Bobby Wine, they entered the music industry. They gave him a lot of money. Some of the artists started attacking themselves and even the ghettos. The ghettos, they are using an extraordinary police officer who is Damulira to neutralize them. Some of these gangs are informers to the police, deceiving them that things are going to become better. Instead of the regime working on unemployment and others, the things which bite these youths, they are resorting to deceiving them and giving them few things so that they can turn on the opposition. In fact, the gang that just stole people are the same people who pull out opposition posters and they post them on social media. Those opposing, in fact, in very many ghettos, they move with cars, pulling down all banners of the opposition, being used by the regime. When now they come on the streets to terrorize people, it continues to show you that Uganda is not safe, even if they are being lied to by General Damulira. General Damulira, you've forgotten. I don't think that you've forgotten. You know just that when people are in power, in the position of power, and they are given some small position, they forget because they have something to get. The Inspector General of Police, Kale Kayihura, used the same gangs under Border 2010. They are keen to that. They would mobilize them whenever Museveni is going somewhere. They would terrorize fellow borders. They would terrorize people somewhere, thieves. But because they have they had a close proximity with the police, they were never arrested. Okay, and this is a replica in a different style where now they are not using Border 2010. They are using these ghetto people who by then lack unemployment, who survive on 1 meal a day. Instead of uplifting their life, you are just using them to play politics. Then General Damlia, are forgetting that one day when the regime would want to sacrifice someone, you will be on the chopping board. I don't think you are even very close to what Kaihura did. You continue lying to our young people in the ghetto that they should not do anything for the betterment of our country. Okay? As you side with a political party, a policeman must be an arbiter. He should not side with any political party. But General Damlia, you've been partisan. We look forward to a country where even the policeman is not partisan. Okay? And this is what exactly you are doing. So the gangs that descended on very many people and beat them, maimed them. By the time of doing this video, I heard that some of them were being arrested. But they never gave out the names. I hope they will be released, because that's what used to happen during Border 2010. Whenever they could go out and beat people, including beating children who were wearing red, going for a trip, young children in primary school. The police spokesperson then, I think it was Emiliano Kayima, came out to say that they have been arrested. Yet they were not arrested, because now they're engaging the regime. The same goons may be used in an election to terrorize the opposition, which is unfortunate. Okay? So, first of all those people in the NRM should know we are on a time bomb. We are on a time bomb. You may run away from these things. You may, because what General Damlia is doing is not treating the real disease. It's like when you are suffering from malaria and they give you magnesium. Magnesium is just a vitamin. Malaria will still be in your body. So General Damlia, even if you go to the ghettos without solving the problems of unemployment and others and equality before the law, you may take that bunch, another bunch will come out, and it will be even worse. Of course, that's my opinion.
Yes, Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali. I am putting in my request to fly the NUP flag high in Makinde East constituency, so that I can represent the great people of Makinde East. Nkomyewo omulundi ogwokubiri n'obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Ebiwandiiko byange mbirese bibino.
Sigadde nze Mr. Makindi Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali kantwene guno omukisa okubategeeza mbu ngenda kwesimba okuwa MP Makindi East 2026 nesimbawo luli era nkomawo bataata bamaama basenga bajjajja okubasaba akalulu. Makindi East ediridde nnyo emabega okumala emyaka 2 okuva omugenzi Sebana we yagenda. Yensonga lwaki buli mukulembeze ajja tumuwayo ekisanja kimu kubanga tukola ensobi. Abakulembeze Makindi East okumala emyaka 15 buli we baranking abakulembeze abakozi b'omu parliament abatakyasinze kwogera babeera mu 2 abasemba. Ebyo bintu birina okwogerwa. Twetaaga omukulembeze ng'alina obwongo nga bwesera nga busera. Twetaaga omukulembeze nga fighter, si bano bajooka. Bw'obanga ogenda saabalira ku mazzi ne baleeta eryato ly'ebbumba ne baleeta ne speed boat, tosobola kukwata lyato lya bbumba ogenda osaabale kubanga lijja kunywa amazzi obbire bassebo ne bannyabo. Oba olina kulondawo speed boat efubutuka kaweewo ekusomese mangu. Nze Kawiye Sulaiman Mawagali, nze speed boat. Bannaye munonde muninnye nsooke mbasaabaze ku speed ey'ekizungirizi. Eddoboozi lyaffe libadde teriwulirwa. kyekiseera mu 2026 mulonde nze kamwa kwogera Kabuye Sulaiman Mawaggali ayina eddoboozi eryamwanguka ajoyimirira ku palamenti ayanje ensonga mu beesimbyewo bonna basebo ne bannyabo teri ansinga kwanja nsonga abaneesimbyeko bonna baneegomba olw'engeri gye njogeramu olw'engeri gye nnambika ensonga gw'oba okiwakana eno YouTube yange sooka ogiraba ogifollowing ogisharing olayo ne vidiyo eziriko engeri gye nnambika ensonga kuba mwaka faananyi nga ndi ku folo ya palamenti nga ngamba Mr. Speaker sa wa Madam Speaker sa waliwo asobola ogaana okuwulira so mu 2026 tetukola era ne mulonda omulala atali Kabuye Sulaiman Mawaggali musibe bulungi mweraba peace
mpala nawala kusaba kimuze mpala na bulungi abampala n'obulungi nange benjagala obulungi